Donald Bell here for CNET.com, and I'm talking to Seth Rosenblatt, Senior Editor for CNET. Seth, you've been spending a lot of time with Windows 8.
I have.
Talk to me about Windows 8. What are we looking at here?
Sure. This is the new Start screen. It replaces your Start menu. If you want to think of it as having blown up your Start menu, that's a great way to think of it. Instead of having these little icons that you have to go into, you instead have these live tiles. As you can see, some of them are updating with real-time information. So you don't have to go into it to see what's happening in that particular app or program.
And in this particular case, we're running this on a touchscreen, right?
So we are running this on a touchscreen.
You can touch these tiles, and that will push you into the actual application.
Indeed. And this is actually a Windows 7 touchscreen running Windows 8.
Now, actually, let's dive into one of these apps here on,
Sure.
on the screen. Show me something, how I would get into, let's say, Internet Explorer.
Okay. So Internet Explorer is here. We're going to tap. Pops us right in. As you can see, it's very fast. There's a lot of changes in the it's not called Metro version of IE10. The location bar is on the bottom here, and this is also where you perform your searches. You have your tabs up on top, and you can see here they're quite big. The thumbnails are really easy to see. They're clean. And from the bottom, if you tap in your location bar, you get your pinned sites, your frequently viewed sites, favorites here, and a touch keyboard if you are on a touch screen.
And that's a good point to make here, that a lot of people have been stopping by your desk asking you if you have to run Windows 8 on a touch screen.
Right.
And that's not the case.
It isn't. It works really, really well with a keyboard and a touch screen. If you happen to have a mouse as well, it works great with that too. If you're on a laptop, for example, that has a trackpad, they've actually included the touchscreen gestures onto the trackpad the way that OS X has them. So you now have, like you have your live edges here that bring up the charms bar here on this side, or previously viewed apps. There we go. Over here, you can see we're just cycling through previously viewed pages. And then here's our previously viewed apps.
But this is a big change for Microsoft in general, just to actually have, by default, in the operating system, customizations or an ability to use this on a touchscreen, like a tablet or a touch, literally a display like this.
Yes.
So talk to me about why Microsoft might be doing that. What's Microsoft into or in for trying to put this on more touchscreen devices?
Sure. Microsoft is looking at a unified ecosystem in a way that no other company has built yet. Windows 8 will work on desktops, laptops, and tablets. Windows Phone 8, which we know is coming in September, is going to be the mobile phone version, the smartphone version, and they're all going to talk to each other with Windows 8's really robust sync features. You're going to be able to sync settings, browser history. Documents will sync through SkyDrive, and Microsoft is aggressively pushing that with 7 free gigabytes of space. You can, of course, upgrade to more. It's really something that we have not yet seen in this way.
Is there anything that Windows users are going to turn and run from about the experience in Windows 8?
I don't think there's anything that is really worth running and screaming to Linux or even OS X. But there's certainly a learning curve here. It's a new way of dealing with things. Even though you do have your desktop mode, so you do have a place to run your traditional apps.
You can run Scared back down.
You can
Windows
run
7.
Scared right back to this. You still get your charms bar here and previously viewed apps here. But it's a learning curve. It's something completely new, and that will intimidate some people. All that being said, Microsoft is making this really, really easy to get into. They want you to upgrade to this like nobody's business. They are charging only $40 for an upgrade. That's almost $100 cheaper than it was to upgrade to 7. If you bought a computer after June 2nd of this year, you can pay only $15 to upgrade. There's good reasons for it. You've got a faster operating system. You've got a safer one. My tests on this machine with booting it up to get to the start screen, including login, put it at under 25 seconds on average.
All right, so when are users going to get their hands on Windows 8?
October 26th. For right now, this is only available to reviewers and manufacturers.
All right, well, until then, readers can check out your full review. Thanks for joining me, Seth. For CNET.com, I'm Donald Bell.